Welcome back, everybody. Game 3 of our weekend up here in Mason City. Stars won Game 1, lost Game 2, so hopefully they can win Game 3, make our drive home a little more enjoyable. 5 hours back down to KC. We are in our bright red, they're in their white.
You know we're probably doing 16-minute periods again.
I'm a little raspy this morning, so.
Okay.
Give me Vaughn. Thank you. Thank you.
Come to here,
Okay, here we go, Game 3.
Sound
I would have told my And the funny thing is, like in Major League, he was doing a role, but it wasn't far from his actual broadcast. I listened to a few back in the day. That's how he was.
All right, here we go.
All right, Mohawks on the face-off. Face-off win, and they quickly entered the zone. Puck goes down the far side corner. It got broken up. Looks like Kenny trying to chip it out. Kenny gets a stick on it. Hudson has it on the rush now. Hudson and Porter are going down together. Hudson gets a shot, and Dax is going to get gloved, and they're going to kill that quickly.
Instead of we
So after that rush, we got Calvin, Luke, and Barrett out there. Face off by Calvin. Quick shot by Luke, and puck goes behind the net. Mason City's going to wrap this around on the breakout. That puck's going to bounce off the boards. John and Calvin battling. Scrum at the blue line, and we're going to get offsides. Face off. Looks like going back and forth. Puck coming up to the blue line. Pete and Calvin looks like grinding. Puck comes back out. Tobias comes up with it, and he's going to reverse direction, take this thing cross ice. Tobias goes around one, loses the puck, and then just chips it in deep down to the far side corner. Luke going after it. Calvin coming over to back him up. Luke coming up with the loose puck. Luke gets a shot, and there we go. Luke goes far side post for the goal. So that'll take it 1-0 Kansas City with 14:15 left.
Starting off 1-0 is much better than starting down 1-0.
Yes. Absolutely. So Tyler lined up on the face-off. Face-off won by Tyler to back to Pete. Pete goes over to Tobias. Tobias looking for somebody. Tobias gets it up to Axel. Axel just tries to chip it up forward. Tyler getting a stick on it to break up that breakout pass, and then Cash going down in the corner, grinding. Axel coming up with the loose puck. Cross ice pass, nobody's home. Mason City's going to be the first one there, and they're going to transition this thing out. Mason City on the breakout pass across center ice, and they enter the zone. Pete gets a stick on it, good poke check. Axel coming up with the loose puck. And that gets knocked away to the far side boards.
Get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it.
Had it for a second, he loses it down there.
Use the boards. There we go.
Tyler working it up the boards to Cash. Cash gets tied up quickly, and then a shot coming in. That gets broken up by Tobias. Tobias looking for somebody. Tobias cross ice, and that gets intercepted. Quick shot and
Get rid of it.
goal by Mason City. So Mason City responds back pretty quickly with a goal of their own, tying the game 1-1. Out comes Kenny for the face-off. Face-off won by Mason City. Mason City trying to work it up the near side boards, and they're just going to throw it in deep. Puck's going to wrap around the boards to the far side. Owen's got a stick on it. Owen up to Kenny. Kenny loses it, and that gets sent back in. John looks like he's going to be the first one there. He gets tripped up. Mason City gets a shot. Kenny comes up with the loose puck behind the net, and he's going to throw it up. Nope, he's going to skate it up. Correction. Centering pass got get broken up by Owen. Another shot, and that goes wide over the net. John tries to get a stick on it. He wins the puck battle. He gets it up to Porter. Porter's going to skate this up. Porter comes into the zone, going against near side boards. He gets tied up and loses the puck right there in front of the goalie. And we're going to get a pile up there right in the crease for that whistle.
Should be a penalty. The little kid saying to the veteran,
He had his hand up.
power play.
So couldn't tell if it was a hook or a slash. But anyway, Kansas City's going on the power play now with 11:28 left. So out comes Calvin, Luke, and Barrett, Pete, and Tobias. Face off won by Mason City. That puck goes in front of the net, and that gets quickly thrown to the boards. Tobias steps up with it. He falls down. Calvin rotated back, and puck gets squeaked out.
Pete, go! Turn it!
Pete comes up with the loose puck. Pete looks cross ice to Luke. Good look by Pete. Luke to Calvin, and we're going to be offsides on that little chip-in pass.
That was close.
Yeah, that was close. So we'll reset this and on the dot, and we'll do it again. Calvin on the face-off. Face-off goes to Mason City. They're going to throw it up the boards, and they're going to transition quickly into the zone. Mason City coming far side boards after our defense collapsed on them. Now the puck's on the far side.
Head up.
Tobias with the puck pass. That loses it, but then quickly recovers it. Now he's on the rush again. Tobias gets a shot. That gets deflected and goes down the far side corner. Shot by Barrett. That gets deflected. Luke on the wraparound to Barrett. Barrett shot. That gets deflected. Now Mason City's transitioning out. Calvin comes up with the loose puck. Calvin's still working it. Calvin shot. That gets deflected. Calvin back to John. John lines up the shot. John throws it shot, and that goes wide right. Barrett's going to be the first one there. Barrett to Calvin behind the net. Calvin to Luke. Luke on the backhand. Oh, and that looked really good there. And that's going to kill it. So it looks like we got Tyler out there on the face-off. Face-off is in between the ref's foot, now it pops out, and Mason City comes up with it. And now they're going to skate this out. Owen steps up and gets a stick on it, trying to slow down the rush. Mason City with the shot, and that gets deflected. Right, Tyler coming up with the loose puck. Tyler's going to skate this up. Tyler going up the boards. He's looking for somebody. He loses the puck there. John coming up with the loose puck. John makes a move around one. He drives this in, and he loses it. And that goes deep into the far side corner. Cash grinding down there. Mason City's going to throw this up middle ice. Nobody's able to get there. Icing's waved off because it was tipped. Reno gives a little touch to Owen, and Owen's going to skate this up. Owen up to Axel. Axel has it. Axel up to Tyler. Tyler loses the puck, and that goes to the near side corner. Tyler goes around 2, centering pass to Cash. Cash could chip it in. Beautiful pass by Tyler. Up to Owen. Owen gets a shot. That gets deflected and hits a body, and that goes behind the net. Now Mason City's going to try to transition this out. Good forechecking there by Tyler, keeping it in against the boards. Puck's down there, far side corner. Cash wasn't able to get there. Mason City wraps it around. Owen tries to hold the line, and he just sends his deep because he had some pressure on him. Mason City's trying to break out. Mason City breaks out. Kansas City's in the middle of a line change. Mason City skates down. Good stick by Owen to break it up. Porter comes over, takes the puck. Now Porter's on the rush. Porter's going to skate this around 2. Porter over to Hudson.
Almost worked.
Good shot. Just couldn't quite put it in. Porter
There
on
you
the
go.
centering pass to Tobias. Tobias lines up his shot. Tobias shot. That goes deflected, and that goes wide. Clearing pass. Tobias trying to hold it in. He gets his stick tied up there. Now he's going to skate this into the middle. Tobias gets a shot. That's deflected, and that goes high into the near side corner down there. Porter coming up with a loose puck. Centering pass. That gets broken up in the middle. Puck still loose in there. Mason City with the loose puck, and they're going to work it up the boards. Pete able to keep it in. Now comes up to Porter. Porter with time. Porter gets a shot right on the goalie, and that's going to he's going to kill that.
Good shift.
John went over the boards.
Oh yeah.
We can do this, coach.
So out comes Calvin, Barrett, Luke, Owen, and John. Calvin on the face-off goes to the near side boards. Mason City sending it up to Owen. Owen's going to send this back in deep. Puck is going to go to the near side corner. Mason City's going to try to take this around. Barrett and Calvin tying it up down there in the far side corner. Barrett out to John. Oh, John couldn't handle it. We got to regroup. John turns away, and he's going to skate this up now. John's going around 1. He loses the puck there. John's still with it,
Someone in
looking
front.
for somebody.
Get in front, guys.
Nobody's in front of the net. And John just throws it wrapped around the far side boards. And Mason City's going to chip it out. Kansas City's got to regroup again. Owen up to Luke. Luke couldn't quite handle the pass, and that's going to go deep into the near side corner. Mason City's going to try to take it around. Calvin takes it away. Calvin tries to center it, but hits somebody, and that goes back behind the boards. Mason City's going to come up with it near side boards and try to skate it out. Cross ice pass, that's intercepted by John. Good read by him. John taking it up the middle. Around 1, he loses the puck in traffic. Follows it still up there. Puck's on the near side boards now, coming, transitioning up. Now they got a cherry picker, and that's going to go for icing.
Come on, Red.
So out comes Tyler, Axel, Cash, Tobias, and Pete. Tyler lined up on the face-off. Face-off won by Kansas City. Axel with it, he backhands it and sends this deep behind the net. Cash trying to get a stick on it. It pokes to the near side corner. Mason City trying to work it up the boards, and they do. Pete comes over and tries to get a stick on it and slid on the rush. Tobias comes cross ice, gets a stick on it and breaks it up. Now Tobias has it up, and he gets it knocked away to Cash. Cash works it up to off the boards to Tyler. Tyler trying to get it on it. Mason City turns it around and fires it back. Cross ice pass, Axel with time. Axel gets a shot. That hits, has a deflection. Axel gets another shot on it, and that goes wide left. Cash with the puck behind the net. He loses it behind the net. Recovers,
That's it!
centering pass to Axel. Axel shot.
Oh.
And that was saved by the goalie. Another shot by Tyler. That gets deflected behind the net. Cash with it. Cash just flings it to the far side boards, and that's going to wrap around. Mason City's going to be the first one there. Mason City clears it. Tobias
rid of
gets
it.
a stick on it. Tobias
There you
backhands
go.
it up the boards. Now it goes back up to Tobias. Tobias is going to retreat a little bit to regroup. Tobias up to Axel on the breakout. Axel looking up. Axel looks cross-ice to Cash. And Tyler on the forecheck, line change. Mason City's going to break out. The red line's going to get out there and get after it. Porter and Hudson breaks it up. Porter up to Hudson. Hudson gets a stick on it. Kenny comes up with the loose puck. Kenny's going to enter the zone. Kenny loses it there. Mason City on the breakout now. Mason City trying to get it.
Get in
John
front.
ties him up. Mason backhand, and that's going to backhand shot. Excuse me, that gets covered up by Reno.
Tripping, I think.
So it looks like John's going to go to the penalty for tripping.
This is the place we transfer.
So the penalty kill comes out. Face off by Hudson. Quick shot by Mason City, and that's going to go near our far side corner. Owen and Porter down there grinding. Porter comes up
you
with
gotta
it. He
call
gets
that
tripped
one.
up.
Wow. Whatever.
Mason City comes up with the loose puck. Owen backhands it, chips it up off the boards. Hudson comes up with the loose puck. Hudson tries to get it up to Porter, and he wasn't able to connect, and that's going to go far side for icing. So about 2 minutes left in the game. Score's tied 1-1. About 40 seconds left on the penalty kill. Hudson on the face-off. Face-off goes to the far side boards. Mason City recovers. Centering pass, that gets deflected. Hudson getting a stick on it. Hudson up to Porter. Porter trying to clear it out. Porter just soft dumps it up. No icing on it. Porter on the forecheck. Able to keep it behind the net. Mason City slow to regroup. Now Mason City on the breakout. 15 seconds left on the penalty kill. Puck up back to Owen. Owen bounces it up to Porter. Porter gets tied up there. Looks like we're going to go back and forth on the boards. Owen comes up with the loose puck, and Owen bounces it off the boards. Mason City comes up with the loose puck.
Get there,
and they
Pete.
Chip it up in the air. Pete's going to backhand it and get up to Kenny. Kenny's got a rush now. Kenny gets tripped up. Puck still in the zone. Luke comes up with it. Luke centering pass. Nobody's home, and we're going to get a whistle
It's another penalty on Mason City.
on Mason City. So good penalty kill. Now transition to the power play. 1 minute left in the first. Calvin, Luke, Barrett. Is that Tobias? Yeah, Tobias and John. Face off. Won by Mason City. John tries to commit to keep it in. Tobias back to John. Nice dump pass to him. John just sends it deep. Calvin's going to be the first one after it. Calvin coming up, he sends it to the far side boards. Mason City comes up with it. Barrett on the forecheck. John falls down. Tobias, last man to beat. Good poke check by Tobias. John comes up with the puck now on the breakaway. John comes up with it. John loses it.
Back of the net, back of the net. Good job.
Puck still goes behind the net, and that's going to get wrapped around. Tobias is going to try to keep it in. Tobias is able to hold the line. Tobias over to Calvin. Calvin gets a shot. That gets deflected. Luke gets a shot. That doesn't work. Puck goes behind the net. Luke with the pass to Calvin. Luke still working the pass to Calvin. Calvin's shot. That steps up. Tobias right there. Tobias gets a shot and throws it back in. That gets deflected, and that goes near side boards. Centering pass to Barrett. Barrett wraps it around. Barrett's shot. That goes wide right. Luke back to Calvin. Up, that gets deflected. Calvin comes up with it. Calvin wrap around. Luke has it. Backhand. And that's going to saved by the buzzer. After that that series. About 7 or 8 good looks and just couldn't connect in the back of the net.
According to the scoreboard, we're up 9-2 on shots.
Yeah.
That's actually correct.
All right.
Last my count as well, I guess.
After a plus minus 2, we're good. We're all on the same speed. As we get ready to start the second here, looks like we got Tyler, Cash, Axel, John, and Tobias out there. Tyler lined up here on the face-off. Face-off, one back to John. John has it. John passes it up to Axel. Axel couldn't hang on to it. Axel on the forecheck, going in after it. He comes away with it. Tyler has it behind the net. Tyler trying to look it to somebody. Tyler pass. No ice. It's obviously no icing because it's a bad pass on our part. Tobias is going to be the first one there. Tobias tries to skate around one. Tobias gets shot out of the cannon. He's on the rush. Go to the net. Tobias lines up a shot.
There we
Tobias
go.
scores.
It's been a while since he scored.
Yeah, he has.
Coast to coast. Actually, more than coast to coast. He had to skate all the way around.
So Tobias went from the near side blue line all the way back and then all the way down again.
Basically,
the
skate
goal.
the whole rink once to score.
With that kind of effort, you kind of deserve a goal after
Yeah.
that. So that'll take the score to 2-1 with 15 minutes left. Kenny's lined up on the face-off. Face-off gets chipped up forward. Porter had it for a second. Kenny's following it up. Kenny's going to skate this in. Kenny trying to get it to the center. Porter has it. Hudson ran into each other. Owen has it, and he's just going to send this back deep. He's going to let the forecheckers get going again. Mason City trying to break out up the far side boards. The forecheckers are causing some problems for the breakout. Good work by Porter coming up with it. Porter gets a shot. Rebound.
Juicy one.
Pucks in. Gets knocked near side. Mason City trying to clear it out. Kenny comes up with the loose puck. Kenny skates around one. Dump pass. Kenny to Hudson. Couldn't get it. To Porter.
That's it.
Porter
Oh,
shot, and that gets
got it.
deflected. Good work. Great plays by those two. Mason City comes up with the loose puck, and now they're going to transition out. Mason City on the rush. Mason City comes across, and that's going to be an offsides. And we're going to get a little 10U carnage there in the middle.
Calvin comes up with a bowling move.
Yeah. Defense forcing the puck possession guy to move along the line, which means the wingers already went up too far. So Owen and Pete did a good job on that.
So Calvin on the face-off. Mason City won. Calvin able to chip it back to John. John up to Luke. Great breakout pass. Luke's going to skate this in. Luke's going to get around the defender, and he's going to get a shot. Luke shot, and that tries to go 5-hole. And that gets deflected, and that puck goes behind the net. Mason City trying to clear it out. Tobias steps up to try to keep it in. Puck comes out. Kansas City's got to regroup. Tobias looking for somebody. Luke falls. Tobias is going to just skate this up. He falls over the blue line. The blue line monsters just grabbing skates today. Luke on the forecheck trying to slow down the rush. Puck is near side boards. Tobias is battling. Puck goes back to Calvin, backing him up. A little defense in depth right there. John and Tobias battling against the boards. The puck comes up to Calvin. Calvin has it. Calvin's going to skate this in. Calvin runs into the back of Luke. Calvin gets a shot that hits the net and goes behind the net. Wrap around, breakout, and Mason City's going to...
Should be an ice.
Nope.
No ice.
No ice on that.
Oh.
And
No and yes.
I think the older ref's going to trump the younger ref on that one,
Yeah.
and we're going to get an icing call.
He's learning.
Yeah.
Yep. He's out there putting the work in. I'm not going to criticize.
Yeah.
All right, face off. Tyler on the face off. Face off won by Mason City. Puck goes behind the net. Axel chasing after it. Cash trying to get after up the boards. Owen stepping up, trying to keep it in. Owen gets the puck. He gets a shot, and that gets cut down in the middle. Puck's still down in the middle. Mason City trying to break out, and they do. Kansas City's got to regroup. Pete back to Owen. Owen up to Cash, and Cash is offsides.
So a little too far in. All right, it's offside.
Just when you want the blue monster to hold his skate for a slight second longer rather than trip him. So Tyler lined up back on the face-off. Face-off gets chipped up to Owen. Owen's just going to send us off the boards and try to get it deep. Now we got a little snowball fight back and forth, and looks like we're going to get icing on that, and we're going to move this down for an O-zone face-off here.
Oh, Steve, I just noticed it still says first period.
Now that's not a Kenny moment. We're going to rise up. So Kenny lined up on the face-off with John and Tobias backing him up. Face-off goes off the boards. Tobias to John. John back to Tobias.
Perfect.
Tobias lines up a shot. Tobias shot. Puck still down there.
Oh, good try.
Hudson gets tripped up.
Get that
Tobias
puck.
wasn't able to hang on to the puck. Tobias with time. Tobias up to Hudson. Hudson couldn't hang on to it. And Mason City's going to chip this down deep. And that's going to go for icing.
No.
Interesting.
Hey, help him! Help!
Tobias gets tripped up. And
Oh, we're going to get a penalty. We're going to be
now
over
we're
here.
going to get. Now we should go back on the power play here after the no icing penalty.
They weren't agreeing on their calls yet.
So 9:45 left. 2-1 Kansas City. Back on the power play. I think that was the first time I've seen D to D to D.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have a shot. I'm going to give it back to you. You're open. Kenny on the face-off.
That's rare
Puck
for
goes
Squirt.
up the boards. Tobias with it. Tobias had the puck there. Dangled with it too long, and now Mason City's on the breakaway. Tobias trying to get a stick on it. And that's going to go for a goal.
Get rid of the puck.
And that's going to tie it here. Mason City with the shorthanded goal. So Calvin, Luke, Barrett, Owen, and John out there. Calvin on the face-off.
Let's go, Red.
Face-off back to John. John with it. John bounces it off the boards to Luke. Luke coming down with it. Luke gets a shot. Goal save on that. Mason City's trying to clear it. Calvin using his body. He takes the puck away. Calvin couldn't quite hang on to it. Mason City trying to clear it. Mason City able to skate this up and out. Mason City trying to work the center of the ice. Luke over there battling, and then Mason City's going to send this deep. Owen's going to come up with Owen's going to just skate this up. Owen up to Luke on the stretch pass.
No ice.
Luke tries to bounce it off to keep it to himself. Luke makes another move.
Oh, there it is. There it
Luke
is.
to Barrett.
Oh! Hit the
And
post.
hit the post.
Good try, Barrett.
Hey, good passing. Keep it going.
Barrett was so close. Hit the post.
So after the line change, we got Tyler, Cash, and Axel out there. John and Owen still out there. Face off. to Cash. Cash gets a shot. That gets cut down in the middle. Mason City on the breakout. Tyler trips over the red line. Axel back there. Axel trying to skate it around. He loses the puck. Puck's still back there. Tyler comes up with the loose puck now after he helped. Tyler's still battling back there by himself. Mason City comes up with the loose puck. Cash trying to get a puck. John intercepts that pass, and he chips it back down.
Get there. Here we
Tyler's
go.
going to be the first one there. Tyler has time. Tyler to Axel. Axel 2-on. Mason City coming up with the puck. Mason City on the rush now. Owen takes him to the near side boards, and he makes him lose the puck. Owen comes up with the puck. Puck goes to the far side. Owen up to Axel. Axel couldn't hang on to it. Mason City coming up with the loose puck. Tyler on the forecheck. Puck goes behind the net. John's able to keep it in. A little ping pong action there with sticks. Owen has it there, and he's tried to get it up, and that's going to go for icing.
We got 18-2 on shots.
So out comes the red line, and Tobias and Pete. Porter battling the far side boards. Puck comes to the middle and then bounces out to the far side corner. Tobias deflected.
Skate!
To Pete. Pete up to Hudson. Hudson trying to work the breakout past the Porter. Porter had to come back for it. Porter to Kenny. Nice look. Kenny with the shot, and that's going to get gloved. Score's tied, still 2-2, 5:45 left in the second period.
Let's go, Pete!
A little discrepancy between the shots on net. Well, we got a plus-minus 40%, so we're all right.
That was a plus play by Porter.
So Kenny on the face-off won by Mason City. That goes to the near side corner, now to the far side corner. Porter trying to get it over. Porter wrong side of Hudson. Tobias stepping up, and he's just going to chip it in, keep it deep. Hudson to Kenny couldn't connect, and now Mason City's going to transition out now. Mason City's going to get around one. Tobias is coming around to get a stick on it, and he's able to keep just enough stick on it. Crash landing into the boards, and
Injury.
looks like we had a skater down, so we're going to take a short pause here.
Those boards are unforgiving.
Nope.
The glass area is so important.
Yeah. It didn't look intentional. Just
Lost an
playing the
edge.
puck, lost an edge, and went crashing in.
We got 19-2 on shots now. So
Oh.
it's a little discrepancy there.
13-7.
Some of the things that Raiders played that were, I think they're counting up when it comes out of the net.
Well, that's efficiency with shots on net and goals.
Might be his knee.
So hopefully the skater's okay. He's getting helped off the ice, so hopefully we see him back here in the game. Don't want to see anybody go down like that. So face off on the dot here. Calvin takes the face off, and Mason City's going to try to send it in. John comes up with the pass. He's going to turn away from the middle, work it up the boards to Luke. Luke trying to skate out with it. He's going to wrap this around the net. He's going to build some speed up, and Luke's going to get shot out of the cannon here. Luke's going to enter the zone now. He's going to go around everybody. Luke gets a shot, and too steep of an angle. That hits the goalie and goes behind the net. Puck's down there near side corner. Luke comes up with the puck. Luke on the wraparound. That gets knocked off the stick. Puck goes back to John. John's just going to chip it in because he's got pressure. Back to Luke on the near side board, or far side boards. Luke gets tied up. And centering pass to John. John's going to just get it, and he's going to fire that thing right back in deep. Calvin's going to be the first one there. Calvin to Luke.
In front, Baird.
Luke looking for somebody. Nobody's home. John's going to just send it back down to Luke. Luke's down there battling. Luke gets knocked off his feet. Calvin grinding. Calvin
Get
in
it
front of the net. Still in front of the crease. Wasn't able to quite get it in. Barrett has it, or thought he had it for a quick second. Mason City passed to John. John gets a shot. That goes off the goalie's chest, far side corner. Calvin trying to center it to and Mason City to Owen. Owen gets a shot on net, and that's going to get gloved.
Their goalie's taking a lot of shots. He's making some good saves.
Keep shooting.
Keep shooting, Red.
So out there comes, after the line change, we got Tyler, Cash, Axel, Tobias, and Pete. Face off by Tyler, gets sent out to Tobias. Tobias lines up his shot. That's going to hit an Axel hump.
Get in. There we go. Nice job, Axel.
So Tobias on the rebound, or excuse me, Tobias on the shot. Axel cleaning up the rebound there in the crease. And that's going to take the score to 3-2 with 2:56 left in the second.
Finally, because he's making all the initial saves. We just got to get those rebounds in.
We don't have anybody in front of the net to clean up the trash.
Right.
Because we're putting them on them. Just Tyler up on the face-off. Mason City comes away with it, and they're going to just kick it into the zone. Pete trying to get a stick on it to slow down the rush. Tobias gets a stick on it, and that goes behind the net. Tobias trying to
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. There you go.
break it out to Axel on the far side. Axel couldn't quite hang on to it. Axel bouncing it off the boards, and the puck goes out to the middle after a deflection. Cash couldn't hang on to it. Mason City keeping it in. Mason City gets a shot, and that goes high and right. Puck goes back down deep. Tobias coming up with it. Tobias trying to break out, and that gets deflected. Axel battling. Axel gets knocked over. And Tobias...
Skate.
Or, no, that's Pete. I'm sorry. Pete coming up with the puck. Pete's going to skate this up, and he's just going to chip it in. He looked for a pass, but pass that wasn't looking. Mason City wrapping around. Hudson has it. Hudson's shot. That gets deflected, and that goes behind the net. Line change. Valet, Tobias has it. Tobias centering pass. That gets broken up.
We have a penalty on Mason City.
Looks like we're going to get a penalty here.
Interference.
Is that what it was, interference?
We did this.
Okay. Oh, checking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's checking.
All right, so Kansas City back on the power play with 1:36 left in the second, up 3-2. Looks like we got on the power play Kenny, Hudson, and Porter, Owen, and John. Puck goes back to Owen. Owen has it for time. Owen gets his shot.
That's it. Juicy.
Puck's right there in front of the net.
Try.
Couldn't get a shot on net. Porter with it to Hudson. Hudson to Kenny. Kenny shot.
Went over the net.
That hits the post, and that bounces up high. Porter with the puck. Porter trying to skate up with it. Porter over to Hudson. Hudson couldn't quite connect. Hudson loses it. John steps up. He's battling against the... John able to keep it in, and he's going to send it deep.
He was half his size.
Mason City's going to wrap the puck around. Owen's going to use his body to keep it in. Porter with time. Porter tries to sauce it. The puck doesn't get there. Puck's in front of the net. Now Kenny on the backhand. That gets stuffed.
Still live.
Puck's
Still
down
live.
there in the grinder. Now the puck's on the far side. Mason City's going to bounce it out. John's just going to bounce off the boards to keep it in. John just knocks that kid
Let it
down,
rip.
and he's going to skate it up. He loses the puck, and Mason City's going to clear this out. Owen's is in a foot race to get back for it. And that's going to go for icing.
Saved by icing. Yeah, that was a lot of pressure.
I don't know. Was that forearm by just get off me?
Yeah. Keep shooting, Red. I should be into the second.
And with 8 seconds left on the running clock, that's going to be the end of the second here by the time we get this sorted out. So at the end of 2, Kansas City 3, Mason City 2.
Shots 25 to 2.
Okay. You're usually more accurate, so. I should say usually you are more accurate.
I'm off by a few here and there. I mean, maybe a little bit of pressure on the hell out of it. Put it all on that goal.
So our goal when we go back to Kansas City is find out which Applebee's are still in force because Pete loves Applebee's now. And I was like, well, which ones are still active in Kansas City? So Kat had to think about it. We think the one on Metcalf and College is still open.
That was a Chili's over there.
That's past 100. That's past
That's
College.
119th already.
Yes.
You might be right. I know the Applebee's over there by Sam's on the 7th is closed.
Yep. And there's one on 135th. I think that one's shut down.
All right, as we get ready to kick off the third, back to even strength hockey. We got Calvin, Luke, Barrett,
We're in the 4th period.
and
She's like, sorry.
the ref and the scorekeeper weren't quite on the same page, so we're going to do this again. Calvin on the faceoff, he chips it up to himself. Luke skating up on it. Luke on the rush now. Luke with time, and Luke
that's
scores.
in.
There we go.
Yeah, that was so in. It hit went so quick, but the referee saw it, which I love because I can't tell you how many games, especially at bantam level, where they shoot it, comes out so fast. They go, "Oh, no goal." Yeah, I love that. That was a good goal.
So that'll take the score to 4-2 here with 11:50 left in the third period.
That was all top cheddar on that shot.
Face off by Calvin. Calvin trips it up with Luke again. If it works, keep doing it. Puck goes near side board. Calvin grinding against it. Puck comes loose, and Mason City's going to enter the zone. Pete's going to knock him down, and we're going to get an interference call.
Well, Mr. Calvin.
So Calvin's going to go sit down for interference, and we're going to get the penalty kill out there. So we got Barrett, Luke, John, and Owen out there. So Luke lined up here on the face-off. Face-off goes to the front near side board, shot,
Good
and
save.
Reno gets a glove on it. Wasn't able to hang on. Owen has it, and he's going to try to bring it up the board. Puck goes up to the point, and Luke's just going to get it, and he's going to send it down.
No ice.
Icing's waved.
No ice. No ice.
Icing's waved off. That's interesting. And Mason City's going to.
Go get him.
They're going to sit and try to break out. Puck gets sent.
Wait.
Owen has it, and he's just
Good.
going to fling it back in, waiting for his forecheckers to regroup. Now, Mason City on the breakout, bouncing it off the boards. Puck gets around John, Axel coming back, and they're going to just try to fling it in. And then Owen's just going to send this deep, and that's going to end up going for icing that time.
Keep the puck out.
So we got 40 seconds left in the penalty kill. And out comes Tyler, Cash, Pete, and Tobias. Tyler on the face-off. Face-off goes to Mason City. Mason City makes a move. Tyler getting a stick on it, breaking that up. Tobias comes up with it. Tobias skates around one, skates
Here we
around
go.
two. Tobias is going to get shot out of the cannon now, and he's going to be on the rush. He skates in the middle. Tries to get his shot, and they get a stick on it. He gets his own rebound. And Tobias backhands this into the middle, and that gets cut down. And Mason City's going to try to clear it out. Pete's going to try to keep it in. He doesn't. Mason City's going to try to get a stick on it and skate it down in. Tobias coming over with pressure. Tobias knocks it off the stick to Tyler. Tyler is going to skate this up. Tyler's going to skate this up again. And he's lines up his shot, and that's going to bounce off the goalie's pads and go to far side corner. Cash trying to make a play. He can't. Mason City coming up with the loose puck.
Penalty kills over.
The penalty kills back to even strength. Owen has it. Owen is going to skate this up. He's going to skate this in. Owen still down there battling against it. Nope. And then he loses it. Mason City is going to reverse directions. They're going to come up. The board centering pass. That goes Aaron pass. John's going to come up with it. John's going to just chip this up and over the stick. He's going to follow it. Puck goes off the boards. Centering pass. Nobody's home. Porter's going to step up, trying to keep it in against near side boards. And then Kenny coming off. He's going to come up with it. Near side corner, chipping in the middle. Porter gets a shot. Great pass. Just wasn't able to connect. Porter up Kenny. And we're going to get a whistle on that.
Come on!
Did they call penalty or no?
No. I don't know.
I don't think they did. Oh, they did. Let's see what the call is. We should see our coaches arguing a little.
He stopped. Buddy stopped.
Roughing. So Kansas City back on the power play here with 9 minutes left in the third. Score is still 4-2. Face off by Kenny. Porter gets a shot. That gets cut down in the middle. Kenny trying to get the rebound. He wasn't able to quite get there. Kenny battling far side boards. Mason City able to work it up. John trying to step up. Puck comes over his stick. John comes back. He chips it up to Hudson. Hudson's going to get it over to Porter. Porter gets a shot. Hits the goalie's glove. Mason City's going to try to bounce this off the boards. Owen able to keep it in, and Owen's just going to send it up to Porter. He couldn't quite hang on to it. Puck's down there in the far side or near side corner. Both teams scrap in, and then we're going to get a whistle.
2-7 high stick. Who's 27?
Owen.
Okay. So we'll be 4-4, I guess.
So even strength hockey now. 8:25 left. Now we're going to go down to a defensive zone face-off here. Kansas City gets some fresh legs out there.
They said high stick.
High stick. I don't know.
Yeah, missed it.
Face off by Luke. Puck goes to the near side boards. Luke gets tied up with Pete. They sort themselves out. Luke has it now. Luke with space.
Come on, guys.
Luke and Tobias trying to fight over the puck. Tobias backhands it. Wasn't able to clear it. Mason City's still on the rush. Tobias, good poke check, and he's up the boards. He kicks it out of the zone. Mason City recovers, and Mason City is going to quickly enter the zone.
Get it, Pete, get it!
Tobias gets a stick on it. Tobias still working it around. Try.
Help him, guys.
Mason City gets a shot. That gets cut down in the middle.
Get there, Pete!
Loose puck there. Pete has it. Pete's going to skate this out. He loses it. Mason City has it with time. Mason City working the D-to-D pass. Shot, that gets cut down in the middle. Saved by Reno. Another shot.
Get there!
Gets behind the net. Luke's going to come up with it. Luke gets knocked in the boards,
Come on!
and that's going to...
Control the puck.
So Luke drawing the penalty here with 7:20 left. Now we're going to transition to an O-zone face-off. So 30 seconds left for 4-on-4. Face-off goes near side corner. Puck comes out to Tyler. Tyler has it. He gets tripped up. Calvin comes up with it. Calvin had it for a second. He loses it. Puck's near side boards. Mason City trying to break it out. Tyler tried to get a stick on it. Mason City's going to transition this out. Luke gets a stick on it. Luke ties him up, slows down that rush. Calvin comes up, and Calvin's he's skating up with it. Calvin over to try to get it to Tyler. He wasn't able to. Puck gets wrapped around. John able to steps up. He chips it in.
Oh, man.
Now we got a foot race.
I think someone should hurry. Come on, Axel.
Axel racing.
Good job,
back.
Axel.
Mason City tries to get a shot. Axel breaks it up.
Great
and
back check.
Axel's going to skate this up and out. Axel's on the rush now. Axel lines up a shot. That shot gets deflected off a goalie stick and goes behind the net. Mason City reverses direction on the breakout. Mason City trying to clear the puck. Tyler comes up with the loose one. Tyler back to, or down in the corner. Puck comes out. Now back to the corner again. Tyler with the loose puck. Tyler backhand, and that's going to get covered up there by the goalie. Kenny on the face-off. Puck goes. Kenny wins his own face-off. Kenny back to Tobias. Tobias lines up a shot. That gets cut down in the middle. Puck rolls behind the net. Porter back there. Porter to Hudson.
There you go.
And finally, we connect on that one. After 20 attempts, we finally get one of those. So that'll take it to 5-2. Porter with the assist, and Hudson with the goal. So face off, won by Kansas City. Pete has the puck here at the blue line. He tries to get it up the boards to Porter. Porter battling against the boards. Puck comes loose. Kenny comes up with the loose puck, and he's going to skate this out. Kenny chips it up to Hudson. Hudson's going to enter the zone. Hudson gets tied up there at the blue line. Mason City clears. Kansas City's got to regroup. Pete up to Porter. Porter gets it past one, and he's going to try to get it deep. Porter sits in the middle. Kenny tries to get a shot. And then Mason City deflects it, and that goes out. Pete comes up with the loose puck. Pete reverses direction. Pete up to Hudson. Hudson's going to skate this up. He gets tied up there against the boards. Porter comes up with it, and he flings this up in the air, and that's going to slow down. Mason City's going to try work the breakout. Cross ice pass. Mason City couldn't handle it, and that puck's going to go. Pete comes up with the puck, and he's going to chip this thing deep.
Good chip in. Come on.
Puck's on near side boards. Looks like Calvin trying to pinch it. He wasn't able to. Cross ice pass by Mason City. Mason City tries to get a stick on it. They get a shot. That goes wide right. Another shot. Reno gets a stick on it. Calvin coming back for it.
Hey.
Calvin loses it.
Well, get it out!
Puck still down there low. Now Porter trying to bounce it off the boards near side.
Should be offside.
And that's going to go offsides. So Calvin lined up here on the face-off. Face-off goes back to Owen. Owen flips it back up to the middle. Luke comes up with it now. Luke tries to skate it through 2, and he loses it. Goalie pushes it off to the right. Luke comes up with it. Luke trying to wrap around. Luke loses an edge, and that's going to get covered up.
Little kids, right?
And then Calvin gets a little tap in the back. So we'll move this here to the near side circle. Calvin on the face-off. Face-off won by Mason City. Mason City's going to transition out. Aaron passed by Mason City, and it's a foot race.
No ice. He got
Icing's
there.
not called. Centering pass. That's broken up by John, and he's going to come up with the loose puck there. And John's going to skate this up and out.
Still going.
John gets tripped up there. He draws the trip. Calvin comes up with the loose puck, and
Another trip. Let's go, Red.
so 3:41 left in the third. Score is still 5-2. Tyler lined up here for the face-off. Face-off goes back, won by Tyler. Pete gets a shot.
Man, good deflection there by Axel. Almost.
Puck goes out near side. Mason City's going to have it. Mason City's going to skate this out on the rush. Mason City gets around 1. Tobias comes over trying to get a stick on it. Reno
Help him. There you
deflects it
go.
back. Axel comes up
Skate,
with the loose
Axel,
puck.
go.
Axel trying to skate it up. He gets it up to Tyler.
Catch that.
Tyler couldn't hang on to it. Cash try. Keep it in. Puck goes out to the blue line. Tobias uses his foot to keep it in.
Soccer action.
Tyler with time. Tyler tries to look for the pass. Tyler gets a shot. That's going to get deflected there in the middle. Mason City's going to break this out. Mason City's going to try to skate this in.
Stick down.
Mason City comes over. Tobias comes over. Pete with the puck. Pete gets tied up.
There's the call and the holding. Whatever. Keep playing.
Coming down, grinding down there on the near side. Puck comes loose. Pete's going to be the first one there. Puck jumps off a quarter stick. He couldn't handle it. Puck's down there in the middle. And they're going to deflect that in, and that's going to take the score to 5-3 with 2:30 left. Kenny lined up on the face-off. Face-off one back to Owen. Owen's going to have time. Owen's going to skate this up. Owen's going to work this down into the corner. Owen touch pass in the middle, and that's going to get covered up. Now it looks like we got a little shoving down there. Looks like we got a little chirping action down there by John. Kenny lined up here on the face-off.
Come on, let's get one more. Let's get another one.
Looks like the ref tell him to shut up, and now there they go. Centering pass by Hudson. That gets deflected and goes behind the net. Kenny gets tripped up.
All right, here we go.
Mason City skates us up. Puck gets behind. Dive! Good poke
Nice
by
pull.
John. John goes into the net.
Wow.
Nice play. Breakout there by Porter. Porter skates us up. Porter gets taken down,
You got it.
and
It's getting
that's
chippy.
going to cause a whistle here with 1:49. So Mason City's going to go back on the penalty kill.
Ref said he's had enough. No more chatter from any other player.
This is the place we chose for
So enough jaw jack and just play hockey is the synopsis of that.
I think there was a.
Hey, no more talking.
So we got Calvin lined up here on the face-off. Face-off goes to Owen. Owen gets a shot that gets deflected behind the net. Mason City trying to break it out. Calvin and Luke keeping it in. Calvin with the puck. Calvin trying to battle. Puck gets cleared out. Owen and John are racing back for it. Owen's going to wave John off. Owen up to Calvin. Calvin's going to skate this in. Calvin on the rush around one. Calvin gets tripped up in the middle. Puck comes out. Owen lines up a shot. Owen's shot, that gets deflected.
Good shot.
And that goes up and over the net. Barrett coming up with it, and then there's going to be a tripping call.
It's going to be on Calvin.
So Calvin gets called for a trip, and that's going to make it even strength hockey here for about a minute 10. So even strength 4-on-4 hockey. We got Luke, Barrett, Owen, and John out there. Face off.
Get out.
Won by Luke to John. John's going to skate this around the net. John up to Luke. Luke couldn't handle the pass, and that bounces out. Mason City's got to regroup. Mason City enters the zone. That was a clear offsides, and that's going to get killed.
She's not stopping blocking.
Nope. With the game getting as chippy as it is, the clock's going to run out, and this is probably going to be the last 15 seconds of play here after they sort it out.
Yeah, they're letting it run. I think the refs had enough.
So 20 seconds left in the game.
I don't think they care.
They're not calling. They're not going to call anything now. 10 seconds left in the game. Mason City on the rush. Tobias gets a stick on it. Axel pushes it out to the far side boards. Mason City going to line up a shot. Good save by Reno. And that's going to do it here.
All right. Finishing a W makes the drive a little easier home. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Stars went 2-1 on the weekend. We also enjoyed a NAHL game last night. Now we drive 5 hours home and watch the Chiefs game tonight.